In this tutorial, we're going to go through how to connect your Chromebook to the school Wi-Fi. Now, when you first get your Chromebook, when you open the lid, it should automatically come on. If it doesn't, there is a button on the side of the laptop that is the power button. So the first screen you should see is this screen. So we're going to leave the language at English Australia, the keyboard of the US, and then we're going to select a network. Now you can use the mouse or you can click on the screen. So we're going to use SCBC radius. Anytime you connect a device, you'll be using SCBC radius. So when you click on SCBC radius, you have some options to change. So the EEP method, that first section, you're going to choose PEEP. And the server CA certificate, instead of leaving it default, you're going to choose do not check. So those are the two most important sections you need to change. You change the EEP method to PEEP, and you change the server CA certificate to do not check. So now we have to identify you on the network. So you should have been given a username and a password at this point. Now usually when you're signing into things, you'll be using your full email address. This is one of the only times you do not use your full email address. So you'll only be using the start of your username, which should be your first name dot last name. So that's first name dot last name. So mine is actually Chrome1, and you should have been issued a password. So type that in as well. At this point, you can connect. So that should say connecting, and then after a little while, it should say connected. There we go. So that's now connected, and I'm going to click continue. So you just have to approve all the terms. As usual, you have to read every single bit. No, we know we don't ever read these, but you are agreeing to the license for Chrome. So we accept and continue. So Chrome is updated automatically without any input by you. At this point, we're going to sign into the Chromebook. So initially we signed into the Wi-Fi. Now we're going to sign into the Chromebook. At this point, you will use your full email address. So that's firstname.lastname@scbc.wa.edu.au. So my username is actually... So get used to remembering your email address because you'll be using this a lot. So it's firstname.lastname@scbc.wa.edu.au. scbc.wa.edu.au. Next. And then it should ask you for your password. Click next. So if you ever lose your Chromebook or break your Chromebook and you need to go and get another one, the same applies. You'll be going through the same process when you get the new Chromebook. The bonus is every single time you sign in, all of your settings, all of your preferences, all of your saved tabs, your history, everything that you've done on your previous Chromebook will work exactly the same way on the new Chromebook. Even if you're just using it for a day, that will be the case. So the very first thing that pops up is a login to Microsoft. Now, here's something that's really important to understand. You're using a Chromebook, therefore you're using a username and password to log into Google. However, we are an Office 365 school. That's a Microsoft Office 365 school. And so all of our document creation is going to be using Microsoft 365. So although we're using Google Chrome, we're going to be using Office 365 to create all your documents such as Word, PowerPoint, Excel, etc. So your username and password is exactly the same, whether you're using a PC in one of the labs, whether you're using a Chromebook, whether you're at home on an iPad or a phone and you want to log into Microsoft, you'll be using your full email address, your full school email address, and your school password. That follows you everywhere you go. So we'll go through the process of logging into 365 in another video.